Social media star KSI has branded UFC icon Conor McGregor as a disgrace after the Irishman recently called out the YouTuber-turned-boxer. The former two-division champion recently called out Floyd Mayweather, KSI, and long-time UFC rival Nate Diaz in a series of explosive rants. When asked by Mediocre about potentially fighting Mayweather in a bare-knuckle match, having already boxed back in 2017, the 36-year-old said, "Floyd, you little pussycat. You're doing back conversations trying to get boxing fights at 155 pounds, fight me at my weight. I'm the A side, and you owe me." Bare knuckle, McGregor vs. Mayweather, at 170 pounds, let's go, baby, take off the gloves and fight B. It's happening, I'm trapping him in the corner. We have you trapped in the corner. He then opted to call out Diaz, who has shared the cage with the Irishman twice. The first fight went the American's way at UFC 196 in 2016, before McGregor got his revenge later that year. It has to be in MMA, mixed martial arts in the UFC. We are 1-1, we do MMA with Nate, said the Notorious. In a separate interview with Misfits Boxing, which KSI is the CEO of, McGregor called out the YouTube-turned-boxer. In response to a question about whether we could see a fight against KSI, the 36-year-old turned to the camera and said, "Let's go. Man. I'll fight him for that bull song he released alone," referring to the 31-year-old's new single, "Thick of It," which has gone viral on social media. While Mayweather and Diaz are yet to respond to McGregor's comments, KSI, real name Olajide Olayinka Williams Olatunji, has recently had his say on the Irishman's call-out. In an interview with Misfits Boxing, the social media star labeled the MMA legend as a disgrace. "I feel like he's a disgrace to the whole of Ireland. A disgrace to his family," he said. "I think he's an embarrassment. What was the last notable thing he did?" The reporter then named the Irishman's victory over Donald Cerrone 4 years ago, before the YouTuber was quick to dismiss the reply, saying, "Give me something recent. He is nothing right now and he's just waltzing about like he's the S when he isn't." When asked if he wants to fight the Irishman, he said, "I'm here to fight. I said I want big fights and I'm going to get big fights. Next year, we're going to fight big. That's how I am and I can't wait. I've been training hard, working hard. Making sure I knock out opponents, making sure that the weight is on point every time. So, Conor, let's go." The thing is with Conor, he's not even fighting in the UFC. So, I don't even expect him to fight. He's not even fighting for Dana, so why is he going to come through to Misfits to fight me? It's just not going to happen. I think when he finally fights for Dana, then maybe we can actually properly talk, but right now, he's just a waste of time. KSI, who was speaking following the official announcement of Slim Albahar vs. Anes Ngib, is currently nursing a hand injury which ruled him out of a Misfits event in Dublin earlier this summer, having been set to fight Slim and MMA veteran Anthony Taylor in a 2v1 tag team match. The 31-year-old is expected to return to the ring early next year and is eyeing potential super fights against boxing icons Amir Khan and Mayweather. As for McGregor, the Notorious hasn't fought since losing to Dustin Poirier back in 2021. He was expected to fight Michael Chandler in his comeback to the UFC, but pulled out of his UFC 303 clash due to an injury. Speaking to Bloody Elbow at Bare Knuckle Fighting Championships event in Marbella last weekend, McGregor suggested he's scheduled to fight Dan Hooker in Saudi Arabia. In a brief exchange, the BKFC shareholder retorted, "February 1st. Saudi Arabia," adding, "Dan Hooker" when asked his opponent.